Hi Earth signs, welcome to Higher Source Tarot. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you to all of you who have subscribed. This is your weekly reading for all Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you have Earth anywhere in your chart, you are in the right place. So last week I did a video of an overview of all the cards. And if you're watching a lot of tarot, I'd really suggest watching that so you can better understand the card meanings and how they might resonate for you, because any reader is interpreting the energy of the cards and the surrounding cards. However, there can be more than one direction that a card could take depending on your individual situation. So if you really understand the cards, you may get more out of a reading than you currently are. So anyway, thanks to everyone who subscribed and liked and hit the bell notifications. I'll be coming out with more videos later in the week for the month of January 2020 for each sign, but also a year ahead of predictions for each sign. So get ready for those. And I hope December has treated you well, and those of you that celebrate the Christmas season, that you are headed into a time of joy and celebration. If you're feeling stressed, just let it go. Just let it go and let it flow. We just kind of relax, lean into the prosperity, the abundance, the feelings of camaraderie that we can have. Even if you don't have a lot of financial resources, you can still have joy during this season. If you are alone, I would say find people to spend time with, maybe help in some way. So in any event, you can find things if you want them. How's that? So we will start off here with Taurus for the week of December 22nd through the 29th. 2019. What is going on for Taurus here? Oh, I forgot to tell you this too. I'm going to give each person, each sign an ask and it is given card here. So Abraham Hicks, Esther and Jerry Hicks. If you're into the law of attraction, you should enjoy these. And they've been really tying in well to the readings, so I'm kind of excited about those. All right, so this is in the past here, Taurus. All right, looks like you were waiting on a decision for sure. You've got the Two of Wands here with Justice. So some kind of a decision. Very nice though. Boy, you're going to come into the week with a really strong ability to manifest what you want. Okay, very interesting. So you had the Knight of Cups here. There was a big offer at some point in a decision. It might have been you, Taurus, making an offer and waiting for a decision from somebody, and I just feel like maybe it was kind of put on the back burner, like it wasn't important to the person. But I do think that if that's what your heart desires, you're going to be able to manifest some nice things as the week gets off. So the Hierophant here, this is a 5, which is always about change and typically in a very positive direction. So it could be if you've been studying spirituality, or if you're a person who goes to church on Christmas, you may find you feel very connected to your higher self, your source, your higher power, whatever you might call that. And so I do feel like you're going to be very connected spiritually, but very aligned with source energy the beginning of the week, definitely with the Magician. So above, so below. And you see that figure 8, the infinity symbol above his head, and all of the elements here are represented on his table. So you've got a cup, a pentacle, a sword, and a wand. So you've got all elements in this card. So if you're dealing with a particular element in this reading, you really have kind of a balance of swords, cups, wands, not any pentacles though. So I'm going to say, I don't see a real strong earth connection here, but you are earth, so maybe that's not who you're interacting with. I do feel like your holiday in the beginning of the week is going to be a time of inspiration, of people encouraging one another, very positive interactions. I don't feel like you need to be guarded against anyone in general. I don't get that energy coming up like you're going to have to watch out for a certain person or something like that. I think it's overall, people are going to feel harmonious, and especially with this Page of Wands. He's kind of a fun little guy. inspirational again. He encourages new ideas, uplifts people. People won't, there may be people in your group that not everybody takes seriously, but they're still fun to be around. Now, towards the end of the week, you may get some offers that you're not sure about and you're just not that interested in them, and that's okay. Don't overthink it with this 8 of Swords here. Just be careful that you don't fall into overthinking. So you need to notice how big this cup is being offered in the 4 of Cups. This isn't some puny little wimpy cup. This is a big offer, and somebody's just not that interested in it, and I think it's you, and you're concerned about hurting somebody's feelings. Don't be. You know, I'd say go with the guilt over the resentment if that's the case for you. You don't have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable, because every time you do, you lower your own vibration, and you don't want that. But overall, I do think you're going to have a celebratory time. I suspect for some of you, you've got some kind of reunification or reconciliation coming ahead. Yeah, so I do think with that too, I'm going to get one more. Okay, interesting. There may have been some kind of a third-party situation here. It might have just been with friends where you felt very left out of a situation, but I actually see that as coming to an end. This was your dominant card, and I pulled some extra cards to understand this better. I think what it was is somewhere along the way you got edged out, and I don't think it's the whole group. I think it's 1 or 2 people from that situation are going to recognize that they went in the wrong direction, are going to be coming back towards you. But I don't feel like you're going to have a huge pull towards them, whoever this is for. You're going to be fine with it, but it's kind of like, I don't need that like I thought I did. It's always interesting because some of the things that happen in our lives that we think are so devastating, when we get enough time and clarity and perspective, we often look back, and I know this is for sure for me, and look back and think, that was the best thing that could have happened for me. I didn't see it at the time. I felt it as a very painful experience, but there's some things that have really led me to understand why we're even here. My emotions are vibrational interpreters. Okay. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, tongue, and fingertips are translating vibrations, but your most sophisticated of vibrational interpreters are, by far, your emotions. By paying attention to the signals of your emotions, you can understand with absolute precision everything you are now living or have ever lived. Okay, so let your emotions be your guide, Taurus, and if it doesn't feel like it's something you want, you don't have to go with it. You'll have other opportunities that will be better for you in the long run. So that was for Taurus, and next we have Virgo here. Queen of Pentacles, there you are. Boy, here you are again. Interesting. Boy, a lot of pentacles in this already. All right, something's going to come to light. You're going to have some kind of a... here you are too. You've got the Hermit. Let's go over this. We've got Virgo. We've got Gemini. We have Earth, Fire. We do have some water in this too. But so what I think happened here, the Queen of Pentacles is kind of a perfectionist, and that's why I said here you are, because that's very typical of Virgo. Be very organized, but kind of overthink things. She can be a little bit simple, but she likes things done the right way. And I feel like you had some kind of a situation where maybe the person was a little bit immature for you. They just weren't quite together enough with this here. So it was a kind of an immature relationship where you were kind of almost like a parent-child relationship is what I'm getting for some of you. And you wanted something that was going to be more balanced. You've got Libra scales in here, so it could have been a Libra too, even though this is predominantly Earth, but with those scales showing up. You wanted something that was more of an equal partnership. I feel like you were carrying the burden in a way, even though the Ten of Wands isn't here, but I do feel like you were carrying a burden. Something was burdensome to you, and you needed to let go of it or at least take a break from it. But for the beginning of the week, you're going to be coming into the week really feeling empowered, feeling in a really nice energy, looking good, just kind of like you walk in the room and everybody's excited to see you kind of a thing. You will have an offer coming in, something that is going to be stable. There's loyalty too with the Queen of Wands, with that little black cat that sits perched at her feet. And you know, fire signs, especially Aries, tend to be very loyal, tend to be probably the most loyal sign. So when I look at that Queen of Wands, I usually do think of Aries. However, you've got the Knight of Pentacles too, and so he's going to come in with an offer. This is somebody who is mature, who is stable, who wants to make things right with you, I think. And then you've got the Lovers. So here we go. It's Gemini, but it's also too basically the Fool. So I talked last week in my overview of the cards. The Rider-Waite deck is all about the soul's journey, represented by the Fool. And so here the Fool learns to experience relationships. This is also a card of like a major choice. So I do think with this Knight of Pentacles, you're going to get an offer. And for some of you, I think somebody's going to get proposed to. I'm just getting that out of the blue. But I do think somebody here, you've got the High Priestess, you've got this. Somebody's going to be making a big offer. And, you know, it's like a match made in heaven, heaven on earth kind of a thing. It signifies that you're thinking of this person, but they're also thinking of you. So with the High Priestess, this is a 2. This is more towards the end of the month. But I also am getting this could even be extending into the second month of the year. So talking about maybe into February even for some of you, where something pivotal is going to happen, life-changing, like a proposal, like a significant move in a relationship. You know, it's a very intuitive card. This is all about truth and kind of trusting your intuition. But I also see too with this Ace of Wands, this is also about action, a new action. So again, with the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands, I do think this is going to be taking a relationship to the next level for you. And so here you are in the reading, you know, you're a 9 too. So it's like almost coming to conclusion, but this tells you you're on the right path, Virgo. So those of you that are going to be moving forward in a relationship, it's going to be steadfast. I think somebody, like I said, you're going to get married here in the next probably year or two, but there's going to be a proposal and something big changing. It can mean that you're seeing things a lot clearer. But again, you know, when the Fool meets up with the Hermit, the Fool seeks inner guidance, and that's where you get to having that knowingness that you're on the right path. So very nice reading for you guys. The most powerful law in the universe. Every thought vibrates, every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. We call that process the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So that's why, you know, when you meet certain people and you say, man, they just have the worst luck. They're a nice person, but why does all this stuff always seems to happen to them? There's no coincidence there. That person is vibrating at a very low vibrational level. It doesn't mean they're a bad person, but there's something about the way that they are thinking and drawing things into their experience, and they probably are saying the same thing, and it's like, wow, why does this always happen to me? And they keep thinking about these negative experiences, and more of them seem to just multiply. That's why somebody that's doing that would be very well served by meditating, quieting their mind, slowing the momentum of that vibration, because they're just going to get more of it. All right, so here we go with Capricorn. Okay, this is in the past. Very good, because there was a lot of confusion on something. Could have been definitely with a relationship. Okay. Oh, very nice. Oh, I like this. Okay, good. So what you had going here, you had the Nine of Swords. So you were definitely having a hard time sleeping, a lot of uncertainty, overthinking. And with the Moon card, this to me is not secrets coming out. This is more like uncertainty, where things were hidden in the Moon and you didn't know what was happening. I feel like you were being tricked by somebody or lied to repeatedly. You know, there are some people that our paths will cross with, and they are constitutionally incapable of telling the truth. These are the types of people who lie when it would be easier to tell the truth. And I've dealt with them too, and sometimes when you get so entrenched with them, you know they're lying and it's almost not worth confronting them because you know what they're going to do. Typical gaslighter move. No, I was joking. It's like, no, you weren't. That wasn't a joke. You're lying, and I don't want to deal with you anymore. I do feel like you got some kind of guidance from somebody with regard to this relationship. Somebody that knew a lot kind of told you just to say F it and walk away. That's what I think happened in this. But there's something about it where I feel like you're going to have some interaction with this person over the next week or two. But I don't feel like it's going to harm you in any way. But I do think you're going to cross paths with somebody from your past where it was very damaging and deceptive. You know, the Death cards is a card that tells us we're going to have an ending so that something new will come in. And what's nice about this is it's right at the beginning of a lot of really nice energy. So I think you're going to finally shut the door on something that's kind of been hanging out there and bringing your vibration down. You know, when every time you hear of this person, you're going to get to the point where you hear of this person and you're going to be indifferent to it. It's just not going to affect you in the way that it has. 2020 is going to be transformational, I think, for you, Capricorn. There's something about the energy that's coming towards you that just gives me goosebumps. Like those of you who have had a challenging 2019, that's going to be done. So I think it's possible you're going to get some money over the holiday, unexpected gifts and money, and monetarily you're not going to be prone to overspending or doing anything that you really regret, like, oh, I shouldn't have gotten that extra couple things, I really couldn't afford it. I don't see that. I think it's going to be very equal, and you know, if you've got something going on too with work, you're going to be really successful. Whatever you do is going to be successful here. You are taking your time a little bit. You might be meditating daily and clearing your mind in the morning. Take that 10 minutes in the morning if you're not doing it already, and just give yourself that 10 minutes to clear your energy, get balanced, start a fresh day or a new segment of the day without momentum from the day before. Because we know that we have 70,000 thoughts per day, and 90% of them are the thoughts we thought the day before. So you need to do this, stop the momentum of that, because if you keep thinking the same thoughts, you're just going to keep creating the same reality. So it's going to be very slow moving if you don't stop the momentum of some of that. But here you have Aquarius. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, this is going to be fantastic. Lots of, rejuvenation here. She's free as a bee, right? She's completely nude, doesn't care, who's watching her. With all the stars and the stars are aligning. That's what I'm getting you for you guys, Capricorn. The stars are going to align. It's going to feel like the path is just presented every step. There's no uncertainty. It just unfolds in front of you, and you're definitely going to have victory with these two together. You're going to be victorious in whatever it is that you try to do. And again, I'm getting this for well beyond this week. This isn't just the end of the week. You're going to end on a really nice note. And for those of you who have Capricorn as your rising sign, that's your physical manifestation. So for those of you that, you play the lottery a little bit, might not be a bad idea to go get a ticket, because I think you've got something coming in where you're just going to relax into life. It's like you can tame any lion with the Strength card. There's nothing that can stop you. You will be moving forward in a way where it's easy. There are not going to be a lot of the times of being up in your head and having other people live rent-free in your head are done. You're going to move forward, and it's like you're just going to be a magnet to things that you want. The things that you desire, you are learning how to allow just to have them come into your life. People, places, things are all just going to show up for you. I'm really excited for you guys, because that could not have been a better reading for you. That's great. Nothing happens without my having invited it. True. When you understand the law of attraction, you are never surprised by what occurs in your experience, for you understand that through your own thought process, you have invited every bit of it. Nothing can occur in your life experience without your invitation of it through your thought. Okay, so know that know that you are a creator. You know, don't be afraid and feel powerless in life. You can't be. You can't be powerless in your own life. The only thing you can do is go around creating wildly. And that's when people tend to get uncomfortable because they go, oh my God, holy shit, how did I do that? Get control of your own vibration, manage your own vibration, and things that you desire will start showing up. Okay, the universe likes speed, and the more you resist, the slower it takes, and that's when you're not feeling good. So allow these good things to come to fruition. You know, allow this victory and success to become your reality, because it's coming for you. So thank you to all the earth signs who've been subscribing. Again, please subscribe, hit the bell notifications. You're welcome to share the videos. If you comment, I'll comment back to you. So love you. I hope you have a great holiday week, and I'll see you again in a couple days for more videos.